In this video, we're going to be looking at a DC motor with a thermal camera when it's running to see how hot it gets during different load conditions. Under different types of load, this motor would produce different amounts of heat. Like unloaded without anything on the shaft, it produces less heat because less current is flowing through it. That is caused by something called back EMF. Back EMF is basically like when the motor spins, it generates electricity that gets pushed back into the supply, causing less to be pulled from it through the motor. It does that because when you have coils moving past magnets, it generates electricity. The way the thermal camera works is it detects infrared light coming off of things. Because the more heat you have, the more infrared light you have coming off of it. Like I can aim it over my hand and it's like red and pink. And it can detect the temperature of it. 96.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And if I aim it at an AC vent, it's colder, so less infrared light is coming off of it, and it can see that. Let's get into this experiment. To put load on the motor, I'm going to use different sized fans. The first fan I got, which wouldn't produce much load at all, is this little axial fan. It came off of some toy, and the little hole on the bottom fits perfectly with my motor's shaft. The second fan is a little centrifugal blower. That would produce a little more load, but not too much. Then after that, I got a big axial fan, which would produce more load than the small centrifugal blower. Then I got a big blower, and then this huge blower. Let's attach the first fan. To hold the motor in place, I'm going to use a clamp and not my hand because my hands are warm. The clamp stays around room temperature. Now it's time to turn the motor on. To measure the heat coming out of the motor, I'm going to use the thermal gun and aim it into one of the vents on the side. The two pinkish white hot spots I'm seeing are the two brushes through a vent in the side of the motor that I'm seeing. Now I'm aiming the camera down so I can look up and see the rotor with all the coils in it. It seems like with just a little bit of light load, it's only kind of warm on the inside. With the little fan attached, it only got slightly warm on the inside. Now let's attach something a little bit bigger. Second fan. Seems like the motor's under a lot more load than before with the little fan. The brushes actually got over 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty hot. The coils are a little cooler than the brushes because they're not the ones experiencing the friction. Definitely got a bit hotter on the inside than the last one. Time for the large axial. Now we're starting to get pretty high temperatures on the inside of the motor. Brushes at over 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Not dangerously high temperatures for the motor, but definitely enough to tell that there's load. Brushes got to over 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Large impeller. With the larger centrifugal impeller, this motor's under heavy load. Coils at over 170 degrees Fahrenheit. If we go down to our brushes, those are really hot. Guess that's why the bottom of these motors get hot after running under load. Think we just hit 200 degrees Fahrenheit. That could almost boil water. This one put some serious load on the motor. Time to do the largest blower. Not going to be able to run this one very long because it's going to end up overheating the motor if I do it for too long. Now this is weird. The brushes are cooler than they were before with less load. Maybe it's a friction thing that creates more heat. But how hot are the coils? That's over the boiling point of water. Okay, we're done. It was getting way too hot.